One answer only. Study the two setup that Lara had prepared. By comparing her observation of the grasshopper a few days later, what can Lara find out? If a grasshopper, okay, so what is present? What is the only change variable in the two questions? Like spotting the difference. This one has leaves, this one has no leaves. Alright, this one has no leaves. So that's the change variable. The change variable is the food. That's the change variable, right? So that's the only thing we are trying to find out, because there's water. There's water. There's holes for air to enter. So the only change variable is food. So what is it that they're trying to find out? It's food. It's all about food, because that's the change variables. If the change variable is food, then that's what they are trying to find out. If grasshopper needs food to survive. Question 8. Question 8 has two answers. Right. George used an air pump to inflate a football as shown in the picture. Just as the living things is able to grow, the football is able to grow. See? But football is not a living thing. Why? Okay? Yes, it cannot reproduce. It does not contain blood. No. That's not what the 6 criteria for living things. So this is not the answer. It cannot move on its own. Yes. It is spherical in shape. That's not the properties of living things. So answer is A and C. Yeah, A and C. I got a shock. Okay. Yes. Some living things do not contain blood. Plants, fungi, and bacteria. Okay, Jane wanted to find out how temperatures affect the spread of mold. Mold is a living thing, Remember, mold is a living thing. So she placed an equal amount of mold on different slices of bread, W, X, Y, and Z, and put them under different temperature. She also dropped a drop of water on each slice of bread. So what is the change variable here? The change variable is the temperature. Okay? When we read questions like this, right, the first thing we identify is change variable, okay? Always ask yourself, what is the change variables? So the things that change in this question is the temperature. So what is the, based on the result, at which temperature does mold grow the best? Okay, let's look at it. Which temperature does the mold grow the best? Okay, let's look at that. Area at first covered was all 10. Can you see? Then what happened at the end? After 10 minutes. After 5 days, After 5 days. Which one grow the most? See? It grow the most. So which temperature is the best? 30 degrees. Got it? Okay. 35 may be too hot already. So this mold didn't grow well. Okay. And then 20 may be too low. So didn't grow very well as well. So 30 is the best temperature. Okay, so the answer is 30 degrees because mold M covered the greatest area on the bread at that temperature. So at that temperature, it covers the greatest area. Suggest one way in which Jane can get a faster result. What is another way that mold can grow better? Mold needs what to grow better? Water. We can give more water. Possible, right? Mold is not bacterial. Mold doesn't not that much affected by the darkness though. Not so much affected. So one of the way is add more water, and that's the answer. Darkness not so much affect unless it's fungi. Fungi grows better in a dark place, but not mold. This one of the other variables not listed that Jane had to keep the same to carry out a fair test. What is another variables that Jane can keep the same to carry out a fair test? Amount of warmth. Amount of warmth. Yeah, actually it should be no, cannot. Amount of warmth is the change variable. So that cannot be the answer. Amount of warmth is the change variable.